Hello, everyone. Welcome to the OKDN show. I am Tisha Owens, the Madre.
Hey, y'all. I'm China Elizabeth, the daughter. Welcome to the show.
But let me just say this. We have a young man that is in the building who is ooh and some week. He's been around the world and and we are so excited to have him. He is the founder and originator of Gospel Artists Entertainment. He has won a plethora of awards, but we're going to talk about one in particular on today. And he is a movie star, okay? A movie star.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's give it up for the one and only Aldren Mccullar.
Woo!
Oh my goodness, I love y'all. I love y'all so much.
love you.
Y'all, this is family. These not friends, these family. So this ain't nothing new. We just rock it together. Period.
Yes, and we're so excited to have you because
Thank
you are
you.
doing so many amazing things, not just here in the city, but around the world.
Thank you.
Making impact.
Thank you so
And
much.
let's start about talking about your page with Gospel Artists
Yes.
Entertainment and Aldren Mccullar. What started that? Like, what made you say, I want to create something where I can promote this particular genre?
Listen, you would be surprised how many times I've gotten asked that question, but I love answering that question because it also gives an inside scoop to the reason why I started it. So I started Gospel Artists Entertainment back in 2014.
Okay.
And it really became something major, within a year's time span. And to be honest, it was really the passion and the love for gospel music. I'm born and raised in the church.
Yeah.
I'm a pastor's kid, and I've listened to so many different gospel artists down through the years. And I've always had this passion for gospel music. And so one day I was just like, you know what? I want to do something different, something I don't really see. And at that time, social media had still kind of been fresh. It was so fresh. So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and see what I can do just to try to get myself involved in the gospel community. And I've always wanted to get involved in the industry. And so I created a page on Facebook. It originally started out on Periscope.
Oh,
Y'all remember Periscope?
I remember Periscope. I remember that. Charlie, do you remember Periscope? You were of age for
You
Periscope.
was.
It sounds so familiar, but like, what was Periscope?
It had the little drop, and you could be on, and everybody was communicating at the same time when you would come on.
Yep.
It was just like a running
So like a
communication.
live.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I do remember that.
Yes.
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 Periscope. I mean, listen, that was the
Started
day.
it up.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So I was on there. I hadn't actually created a page at that time, but I was on there, and people would love chiming in because I would go in there and just playing gospel music, and people would love that.
So you were already kind of building your community.
Right,
That's awesome.
right, exactly. And I used to have a variety of people from all across the United States to just come on and just listen to gospel music, and I'll play some of my favorites, and that went on for a while. And so through that journey, I was like, you know what? I want to do something different. This led me to just creating a page on Facebook.
Okay.
All right. So at that time, it was just gospel artists. I just created it like it was just gospel artists.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm just create this page. And at that time, I only had about maybe 200, 300 followers or whatever, but people were loving it.
Yeah.
It was building a lot of momentum. Like, I was just like, man, like, I only got like 200 or 300, but like, people are just chiming because they were just loving me promoting gospel music. And every time I would see a flyer, somebody album coming out or a video or something, I would just post it,
Oh, wow.
I ain't think nothing of it. I was just like, oh, let me just do something.
Yeah.
And, they made me feel like I was somebody at that time because I was getting inboxes. Oh,
You've
man,
always been somebody. You've always been somebody.
Period. Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I was just getting like different inboxes, and I was like, man, this is really, really dope. So as people are, inboxing me, I'm like, okay, let me just try to spice it up a little bit. Let me spice it up a little bit. So I went through so many different names. I was like, nah, put it together. No, And then I came up with entertainment.
Okay.
And so instead of just gospel artists, it was just gospel artists entertainment.
Okay.
So at that time, I hadn't created my logo. By the way, I created everything: my logo,
Oh, wow.
my name, my page, everything.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. So once I came up with gospel artists entertainment, it's like it really started building. But here's the kicker, though.
Sounded official.
Yes, it sounded official.
Yeah, I love my man.
Listen, I was just like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm a whole entrepreneur now. I'm a business owner now.
I love it.
But even then, I wasn't charging people, but I felt like somebody. I felt like, something like
Was growing from this.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a birthing.
It was literally, that's what it is. It was a birthing. And so over the course of time, I was just building. Then I created my logo. I went through like 5, 6, 7, 8 different
my
logos
goodness,
before I
trying to figure
came
out.
out. Yes.
Together.
Before I came out with the final logo that y'all see today.
And it's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. And I did that from scratch.
Wow.
I just created it. I was just like, I need something to stick out.
Yeah.
Now, every day wasn't a sunny day because you had your different ones. You had your different ones where they were inbox. Oh, when I came out with that logo, people were saying I was in the Illuminati.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, you got the. It's an A. It is in the shape of a triangle.
Oh, wow.
But they seen it. Oh my God, you're the devil and blah blah blah.
my
And I was just like,
Wow.
I didn't sign up for this. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so what did you do?
So at the time, I'm still fresh at that time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, why are they coming for me? Oh my God, I'm sitting up here talking to my mom and my dad. How can I say something like this? Just going
Oh my
in.
goodness.
But as they're going in, what they don't realize is the more
bringing more people.
is bringing more people in traffic.
People are coming to see what they're talking about.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So fast forward from all of that, I'm pretty sure y'all remember. Y'all probably have seen. I started creating this thing with artists called The List.
Yeah.
And I put out the first list.
What was the list?
Saying.
What was the list?
Yeah, let the people know.
It was Gospel Artists Entertainment's top gospel artists.
Yes.
I think it was,
I was on one of those
20,
lists.
You was.
I was on one of those
You
lists.
was a couple of them.
I was on a couple of those lists. I remember the list.
It was.
Yeah, tell us about the list.
See, oh my goodness. But this helped me it helped build my brand.
Again.
But what was crazy about it is, around the time that I started coming out with the list, there was this app that's out now that they created called Clubhouse.
I remember Clubhouse.
I don't know Clubhouse either.
Yeah.
What?
See, these
my
young
goodness.
people, they got the forgettery.
We gotta get you up to date.
It's tough
I
because
gotta send you a list of apps that we used to have.
I don't know nothing about that. But
Clubhouse, yeah.
I remember Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse too. A few
Oh
of them.
my
A few of them.
goodness!
Clubhouse?
It was so Clubhouse. Okay, so Clubhouse is this social network place where it's audio, and you can have like different people create rooms and invite people in to do like different panels.
Yes.
And it's
a live panel
Yes.
from all over the world. People
All
can
over
come
the
on from
world.
all over the world
That's
and have a
interesting.
conversation
Yep.
about particular subjects. So it
Yep.
could be a music room, it could be a business room, a financial room.
Okay.
And you literally come on there hearing from experts
Gotcha.
around the world, and then you can chime in and talk to them
Yeah.
as well.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
I used to be on Clubhouse faithfully.
Yeah, I did too. I learned a lot on Clubhouse,
And-
actually.
And what was crazy though was when I came out with the list, the first list that went viral was the top gospel artists of 2015, 2016. And it was like literally presented by Gospel Artists Entertainment. So I started seeing people ping me in the rooms, talking about that people going live on Clubhouse, having the titles called The List. I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
That list got so viral until it ended up on Baller Alert.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
I said, how did he get on Baller Alert?
The people said, "Who came up with this?
Who came up with this? Listen.
Who came up with this?
Listen, panels of, they had panels and everything about. I said, my goodness. And I'm not, my following wasn't as big as it is now.
Right.
At
so
that
you were trying to figure out how was this even evolving?
Right. You know, but my father and my mother have always taught me that if they are talking to me, you're doing something right.
That's right.
You know, it's when they're not talking when you gotta, kind of shake, like, hold on, wait a minute, you know. So I don't expect everybody to be a yes man.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
But at that time, I'm like, man, it was just going viral.
Yeah.
It got to another point where I got invited to a panel. And at GMWA.
Oh, I remember GMWA.
In Atlanta, Georgia. I got invited to a panel, and this individual invited me to the panel, and I was like, okay, I'm thinking I'm going to go to the panel just to talk about my career or whatever. And I think we're about maybe four years in at this point.
Okay.
So by that time, I had celebrated my 2nd year anniversary and 3rd year anniversary at the Stella Awards, in Las Vegas. So I go to the panel. And I'm thinking it's like all of these different industry people in the room and different executives and everything. And so I'm one of the people that's on the panel. Okay. And so we're talking. And I'm thinking everything is going good until they do what?
What do they do?
Bring up the list.
Oh my. Okay.
I said, oh my God.
So what made you afraid? What made you afraid?
I don't know if I could actually say that I was afraid. I think at this point I had gotten like a little irritated. Because it was like y'all really making a big deal over something that I thought was my opinion.
Right.
I wasn't saying that this was the gospel industry's list. I'm just saying this is gospel artist entertainment. But apparently it meant something to somebody because they were talking.
Yeah.
So they started talking about it, and I'm like, hey, listen, I came up with this list, and they were asking, well, what made you come up with this list, and how did you do it? Well, I was told not to give away my secrets.
Right.
Well, so.
But you know what was so great about it, though, too, is you were doing something that was outside of the box. Most of the times it's like the billboards or the magazines that do this, and here you are, who is Gospel Artist Entertainment, giving us who this list is. So that was going to bring the buzz. And then there were so many people that were probably in agreement with it as well, where they were sharing it and talking about it. And then the people who were on the list felt very proud. So I'm sure that opened up a lot of
different conversations.
Really it really did. But I'm going to tell you the reason why people, and I found this out, the reason why people were talking is because when I did the list, I had it numbered. So they felt like certain artists should not be. And I'm just like, so what I had to start doing is when I put out this list, I do not number it. So I'm not saying that this is. I'm not saying that this is the
right.
You could be number one, but on the list, you're probably numbered 19, but. In reality, you're probably number one, but I started mixing it up, so to keep confusion down.
Oh wow!
But that's what
funny how things are created. Like you started out one way, but because of the la and the uproar, it's like, okay, let's take the numbers off.
I was like, oh my goodness. But and it's so funny because even when I took the numbers off, they still talk about it. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, y'all my marketing people, y'all
always gonna have something to say.
Yes.
Always.
But it also helped me to build my platform.
Right.
Yes.
And so the followers kept going. And so I know that was a lot, but it led me to where I'm at now, which has now caused me to win awards, which has caused me to get on different events, to host shows, to do interviews and things like that. So all of that I went through, and that wasn't even a quarter of what I went through behind the scenes. But just that little part played a role of the reason why I'm here where I'm at now.
Oh wow! And so we're gonna segue right into what you said. Awards. So since the list and various other things, you have recently won Personality of the Year.
Yes, I did.
The SOAR Awards.
Awesome. Which was so unexpected. Oh my goodness, that was so unexpected.
So let me ask you this. So when you think about the process of what they had to come come to? How did they decide that you were personality of the year? They had to look at who you were. They had to look at your influence.
Yes.
They had to look at the response of the people and all of that. So to know that you had a competition, but they chose you, how did that make you feel?
It was, oh my goodness. First of all, it was so shocking. It was so shocking. Because I'm in the same category as Kev on stage.
Yeah.
Now Carson Banks, Will Johnson, Lexi Allen.
Yeah, all of them
all of them was doing what they were doing before I was even thinking about doing anything. But it was so crazy because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, now who put me in this category? Who in their right mind will put me up against these people? Now I knew I just had a 0 chance of winning. I was like, yeah, that's it. Nope, one of them go get it. But then I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So it was a lot going on getting to the Soul Awards.
Okay.
And we finally made it. Me and my amazing team. Shout out to the GAE team. I love them. Always supporting. And so so silly. And so we get there and we're walking in and they're getting ready to seat us. Right when we were walking in, they were announcing the category that I was in.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh my God, they announcing the category. But I'm like, man, okay, I'm just ready to be seated because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna win this. Next thing you know, I hear, and personality of the year goes to my bro, my friend, Aldren Mccullar. I said, what? I turned around, my whole team started screaming. I was like,
my goodness.
It's like everything just blacked out. I was like, wait a minute. I had to get myself together because I was like, did I just hear my name?
Wow.
But it's like, in that moment was so surreal because it's not only that I was in a category with such heavy hitters and people that have done phenomenal work in what they're doing, but also the fact that you have people out there believing in what I do. Because a lot of times we doubt ourselves. And we thinking that, oh my goodness, we see other people, and listen, I don't care what nobody say, we're still human and we're still in flesh. So we want to experience the best of the best, and then sometimes we get discouraged when we see other people and we question ourselves and be like, okay, God, listen, I've been faithful, like when is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be my turn?
I understand that.
And at the end of the day, yes, the greatest reward is having Jesus Christ in your life. That is the greatest reward over any physical reward, But at the same time, it's like, while we're here on earth, we do want to be appreciated for our work. It is nice to be acknowledged.
It's nice to receive an award.
It is so nice, and so that's why I'm just so grateful that it happened. But when it happened, I was like, oh my goodness, I had to take a breather. I was like, wait a minute. Like, did this really just happen? But it took so much to get there. And then it's like, wow.
This really happened.
Right when we walked in, that's when it happened.
Amazing.
And so you got up on stage.
I did. I got up on stage.
You received the award.
I did.
And what was that moment like? You were taking it all in, but what was going on inside when that was happening?
The adrenaline was so high.
Yeah.
It was so high. Because I started stuttering. I was like, thank you. Thank you. Okay, because I knew I had a time, because they have a time clock right there for your speech. So I kept looking. I was like, I don't want to go past my time. So I'm trying to thank everybody that I could think about, and just embrace that moment. I was just like, I cannot believe I won Personality of the Year at the 2026 SOAR Awards.
Wow. So beautiful. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. It is all God. Thank you. And it's people like you guys that keep me motivated and keep me going. And I mean,
we receive it.
But trying to say, listen. Like, okay, what they be doing? Like, oh man, but I really do appreciate y'all though. Like, I really, because y'all keep me going. It's people like y'all that I don't take lightly. I don't take for granted. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow. Well, we appreciate you, and that's why we wanted you to come on, because we wanted to just get to know Aldren a little bit more, because you have done so much for the community. You've exposed so much. There have been so many opportunities on your page where you've shared about personal things with people that have gotten notoriety to where you've been able to help individuals or support people or bring awareness to different issues. So it's been a blessing. You've taken your platform and really maximized it to assist also with making people aware of what's happening, not with just music, not just with gospel music, but just around the world. And that's very impactful, how you've just evolved over time, and the Lord just keeps taking you to different levels. So he knows that he can trust you, so he's going to keep expanding those opportunities. So for me, that's what that was saying, is that he sees you also, and he wanted you, he heard you saying, Lord, I'd like to know that I'm doing something right.
You know what, I'm so glad you say that, because it was a point in time in my life where I was questioning, do God actually really hear me? You know,
what did that feel like?
That felt, oh my goodness, I don't want to experience that again, because it was at a really deep place in my life where I was questioning my assignment, I was questioning the people around me, I was questioning, and it wasn't so much of the fact that I had doubt in God, but it was the fact of I was allowing people to talk in my ear. To get in my ear, to, you know, tell me one thing, but then do another thing. And, you know, and it was really taking a toll on me. It was really affecting me. And it was almost to the point where I went into a deep depression, you know, and at that moment is when I kind of started like questioning, like, God, man, like, you know what I'm doing? Like, I hope you haven't forgotten about me. And then it took a lot of prayer. It took a lot of like just, you know, having that one-on-one. Cause that's the beauty part about having a relationship with God. When you can just have a one-on-one conversation and he will answer you at the right time. Not saying that he's going to answer you right then and there. Because sometimes he don't answer you right then and there. But then he will answer you every single time he answers you, it's always on time. And you wonder, like, oh, now I get why I went through that. That I had to go to this obstacle and overcome this obstacle to get to this reward.
Exactly.
You know,
come on now.
But I wasn't always in that mind frame. I wasn't always. I was literally at that place where I was just like, man, I'm doing so much. I'm doing so much, and I'm pouring out my heart. And some people say, you know, having a good heart can be a blessing and a curse at the same time, because it's like, man, you give and you give and you give, and you have this love and this passion for music, and you give to the community, and you give to your peers, and you give to, you know, your family and everything, and you try to support and do all of these things. But every time you do it, it's just like it's almost like a pull on you.
I understand.
And it's like the energy draining out of you, and sometimes you wonder, is anybody else going to pour back into you? You know? And so it really took, by the help of my mom and my dad, you know, just having those conversations and really pouring into me, especially my mom. Let me tell you, my mom is probably the biggest supporter out of anybody.
I believe it.
I love it.
I mean, she will fuss and fight with me, but shout out to mama. I love you, my mama. You know, she will talk, and she will fuss. She would first fuss at me.
Okay.
But then she would encourage me, and she would do it at the most amazing times. You know, and then even my dad always encouraged me, loving on me and supporting me, and
that's
always
beautiful.
You know, instilling you know the strength that I need to be able to overcome this, because to be quite frankly honest, it's not for the weak to be working in the gospel industry.
But any industry.
That's right.
But
Any
especially
industry,
when people have judgment and they want to, like you said, direct thoughts and pour into you specific things that may or may not be so. What I think we also have to learn to, thank you is not a word that, even in the gospel world, it's not always used in the sense of telling somebody that they're appreciating you, or, and I'm not saying that for everybody, but a lot of times we're doing this because we want somebody to appreciate the service that we're providing or the gift that we're sharing. And sometimes we just don't get it.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like to me you were waiting for someone to see what you had done. But what we have to always make sure too, and I'm saying this because this is something I had to learn, you really do have to keep your eyes on the Lord, because when you're distracted and you focus on man and you're wanting something from them, they don't always give it to you. Like you said, that was something that you had to go through to gain strength from, to know that I cannot rely on people or their words. Affirmation is wonderful, but we really do need that peace within that. Okay, Lord, do you see me? I need to know that you're good with what I'm doing.
Listen, because I've been there, so I can relate, and everything that you said is on point. You know, just having that. But see, what the beauty part about it is when God does it, He does all things well.
Yes, He does.
He
in
does all in His timing. In His timing, and every single time He's always on time. So when I overcame that, you know, it was just like, man, all I can do is just like thank God for giving me a sound mind. And
to go
keeping
through
my
it.
and to get to go through it. And also keeping my mental stable. You know,
to get to the other side.
To get to the other side. Because I've seen people where they start something and then they quit and then they give up on it because they're not seeing the results.
Right away.
And I really want people to understand, like, consistency goes a long way. It'll get you, like, your pace is not my pace. You may get to from point A to point B in 2 weeks, but I'm still at point A, and it may take me 3 months to get to point B. That's because our seasons and our timing are different. You know, you may, and then I also had to look at it, where I'm trying to go. Y'all may already be prepared for it, but I may not even be prepared for it yet. I'm thinking I am, but sometimes God would say, no, you're not ready yet. You know,
protection.
And and I had to take that into consideration. I was like, you know, God, listen, you know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, and I'm looking, I'm like, and it's like God saying, nope, not time yet. Nope, it's not ready. You're not ready yet. And then when I least expect it, it's like God just say, hey, this is the opportunity. Boom. Now you're ready. But I understand now why it takes so long. And then on top of that, the bigger the blessings is, it's just like building a house. If I'm building I can't expect a 2-story or a 2-bedroom house to be built at the same rate as a 5-10 bedroom home. The 5-10 bedroom home is going to take way longer, way more planning, way more more blueprints and stuff. Versus a 2-bedroom, okay, it's going to take a little bit, more shorter than that. But we have to understand and realize, and that's what I had to understand and realize, that maybe God just have something greater for me, and that's the reason why it's taking a little bit longer for me to be able to receive it and actually see it. Bishop J. Drew Sheard said, in order for you to see it, you got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it.
Come on now.
You know, some vision.
You got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it.
Hallelujah.
When you see it, also, faith without works is dead. So I have to put in the work.
That's right.
In order I can believe it, I can say, oh, I'm going to get $1 million today. And just be sitting here not doing nothing. Okay. Then wonder, I haven't got the $1 million yet. No, but if I go out there and work and say, you know what, I'm going to get $1 million by this time. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to do this. I guarantee you, it's going to come to pass. And I had to realize that. I just started speaking. Let me tell you, I got to a point I started speaking stuff into existence.
Come on now. What happened lately?
Jesus.
What's happened?
So let me tell you, going into the next thing, because I'm glad you asked that.
What's happening?
So I told myself, I said another thing, because I do a variety of things: show hosting, interviews, panels, acting. And acting, I started out as a kid. So I said, one day I'm going to be in a movie. One day I'm going to be in a movie. I'm going to be on a show, movie, or something, because I really want to get into it. That is something that I have a passion for. So I get a call. Hey, we got a movie that we're getting ready to start filming for, and we thought about you, and we want you to be a part of it. And I'm like, what?
What?
You were like, what?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you calling me?
I said, what? Absolutely. Yes. You know, I'm a firm believer that, okay, you know how they say, you know, when you've been presented with things, you got to pray about it.
Yeah.
It's just some things where God will give you common sense.
Okay.
You know, like,
Yeah, Jesus,
if you know that this is
for me.
This is what, listen. Some things is like, okay, I know this is God because I done already prayed about it. So why do I got to pray about it again when the opportunity has presented itself?
There
You
you
know.
go.
Yeah.
So I said, yes, of course, absolutely.
No
So-
hesitation.
No hesitation. I said, absolutely. Fast forward. Went to the interview. Not the interview, the auditions.
Audition. Got it.
And so I'm thinking I'm just auditioning, not knowing that I had already got the part.
Wow.
They told me, see, I'm getting choked up.
That's okay. Get it out.
My Lord. Okay.
Yes.
Nah, but they had already told me that I after auditioning and whatnot, they already told me, oh, you got the part already. We had already, because apparently they had already known about my background or whatever. But even
at
just my
God.
social media presence, it's, you know, that opportunity presented itself. And so the name of the movie that I am now a part of that will be coming out very soon. We're actually doing a movie premiere this coming Saturday on the 28th at the Dine-In Cinemas Theater. The name of the movie is called Willow Drive.
Willow Drive.
Willow Drive.
Okay.
This movie right here, shout out to Demonjay Crystal and T-Speed who called me, gave me the call. They
Shout
are
out, y'all.
Hey. They are the ones that put this movie together. They are the ones that the visionary and the creators and the directors of the movie. And so along with others, Hobbs, who was also part of this production as well. And you know, when they gave me the call, I said yes. And so this is a movie that it is a thriller movie. It is a thriller suspense movie. So it is very, very, very good. It's so entertaining. And yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about your character?
So, yes, why not?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You know, just kind of who you are in the movie.
So, I am playing a detective.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on. Who did it?
Which is the reason why I have the hat. The cowboy hat.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it in the movie. But yes.
Get in the character.
Getting into character.
Okay, detective.
But I am playing the detective, and this movie is based off a story where they are trying to solve a murder mystery.
Okay.
And so it is it gets intense. It starts out very, very, you know, chill and mellow, but then it starts to crank up a little bit, you know, so you have to really dive deep into it to understand. And the story outline is really, really great. So you will see me playing a detective.
Wow.
In this movie. And so I am excited about it, you know. The process was very, very, very great. A lot of work into it. And so yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity. So first time being on the big screen.
Yes.
So did you have to necessarily get your mind ready for that character? You know how some people go into this quiet place where they have to look at other detectives and see what they were doing to kind of learn your role, or how did you do that? Did you do any of that?
Honestly, normally I will mentally prepare for it. You know, I will mentally prepare for it. But when they presented me with the role, I read over it, and I did do a little research on how detectives act.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Specifically Law and Order.
Okay.
And
Shout out to Law and Order.
Law and Order. And so I was just like, okay, I was just kind of, you know, seeing how, you know, and then I just took from that and I applied it to what I know, and it worked out perfectly, you know. So this character is really fun, you know.
Wow.
It was so different for me because I'm such a goofy person, you know. I'm so goofy, but I'm serious in this movie. Like I'm very serious, and it turned out to be really, really fun.
Oh
you
my
know,
goodness.
better than what I expected, because I was like, you know, I I'm ready for it, but I was like, I can't see myself as a detective. You know, I'm more.
Kind of step out your comfort zone.
And that was definitely out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And
I
the
could
fact
see
that
myself
they
in
can
like
see you doing that.
Yes.
They had the vision.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, you know, I wanted to be in like a comedy movie. Like, you know, I wanted to do like comedy or action or something.
Yeah.
Not seeing myself in a suspense thriller type of movie, you know. But God.
This is how you're going to start.
This is, and that's how, and this is my very first movie, so I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly, you know. And I'm just like, to even say that I'm a part of a movie now, like, you know how glad I was able to put that on my resume. Like, listen, Google me.
Okay, so now that you've done that, you said, what is another movie you'd like to be a part of? Because we want whoever's watching, they want to hear what you're saying. They might be thinking about you for that character.
I want to be a part of any movie except horror. I can't do horror. I can't do it. No.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
And if y'all do have me a part of a horror movie, make sure I am like sane in the mind where I'm just doing something regular. I ain't gotta be in no extra scenes because I don't want to see nothing crawling up on the wall. But any other movie, I am down for.
So you're not a fan of horror movies, I take it.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just, you know, and not knocking the horror. Let me tell you, because there are a couple of horror movies that I've seen that wasn't really like horror, but they're considered horror, and I'm like, okay, I can get with it. You know, I can do it. Ooh, but no, I can't.
Okay, so we just understand that's not true.
No.
But suspense, thriller, that's as close as it's gonna get to horror.
Gotcha.
You know, something that'll get you on the edge of your seat. Yes,
I love
that. Yes.
So tell us what else you have coming up, or what are some things that we can look forward to you doing next?
Yes. So I do have a couple of things that's coming up. I am bringing back So You Think You Can Sing.
Woo! Yay!
I'm bringing that back.
Awesome.
That is going to be the street edition.
Okay.
I've been having some issues with social media when it comes down to So You Think You Sing. So we've decided that we're going to just go another route. Before COVID hit, I ended up doing So You Think You Can Sing street edition, and it started going good. And then next thing you know, COVID hit, so we couldn't do it.
Okay.
We couldn't do it. But now we are able to bring it back. So
And what does the street edition look like?
Oh, listen, I love street edition.
Tell
We're going up to random people, just because we like to explore talent. There are so much talent outside the four walls, you know. And I don't like to box myself in a box. I don't like to stay in a box. I like to just discover new talent.
Yeah, I love
regardless of your race, ethnicity, gender. Listen, talent is talent.
Yeah, period.
You know, and if you can sing, we want to discover you because you never know. I've had the opportunity doing So You Think You Can Sing. I actually started that in 2014. And it was online.
Yeah.
And y'all be surprised. Let me tell you, God has been so good with So You Think You Can Sing, because I've had many people to come on there and get discovered through Sunday Best, through American Idol, through America's Got Talent, through The Voice and the Four. I mean, producers watching that I didn't even know. One person from America's Got Talent used to come on. She was a executive producer on there, and she would just seek out talent. She, you know, she was like, "Listen, I love what you're doing.
Wow.
You know, I want to get this person on. Can you put me in contact?" And I'm just like, and I just want to do it. But you never know who's watching.
You never know.
You never know. And that's the reason why I love discovering it. I don't get any credit. You know, I just let people know, this is where they started.
Okay.
You know,
beautiful.
this is where they started. But I do it because I want them to experience the audience and have a blessing and get a platform. A lot of people don't get those type of platforms.
Exactly.
Right. And I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah. And the fact that you have that brainchild again, that you're a talented singer your own self.
Thank you so
and
much. He
he doesn't always talk about this, but Aldren can really, really sing.
oh,
And so the fact that he has a heart to open up a door for others, because a lot of times when you are the artist, so to speak, or you're the person that's doing the singing, you don't always want to give others opportunities because you're trying to take those opportunities. But the fact that you have said, I do this, but there's so many other people out there that are talented as well that need the exposure. And again, and using that platform for that. And I applaud you for that. That's so huge.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me tell you, it has not been an easy task.
I believe it.
You know, it has not been easy, but it's definitely been worth it. It's worth it, you know. And yes, I mean, I don't talk about, because like you said, I like to put other people on.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm born and raised in the church, coming from a singing family, a musical family.
Yeah.
And every last person in our family either sing or play an instrument.
Yes,
and so,
they're all so talented.
You know, and God has blessed us in a mighty way. You know, I have an amazing sister who has music out. Who I let her have the spotlight and be like, listen, she is the one that is the singer. I mean, she has amazing music out that's available right now. I love her, I support her, you know. And then some people know that I can sing, some people don't, you know. But
he can sing.
I sing, you know.
Let the people know.
I was actually just featured on a song.
Yeah, tell us about that. I did see that online. Go ahead, tell people. Who you singing with?
So this is my first feature, y'all. My first feature. So I was featured on the song with MC Nice. The song is called Hands Up. And it is available on all digital media outlets.
Y'all better go get that.
Listen, the first week we put that out, we were in the top 25 on iTunes, which is
awesome,
mind blowing. Because I was like,
so you on the list?
Yes.
Not putting myself on the list.
I made it to the list, y'all.
I wasn't trying to do that now, you know.
You would have made the list.
I wasn't trying to do that. You know?
I love it. I love that.
Shout out to MC Nice and VZ Vonzel Washington.
That's awesome.
Vonzel called me, said, "Hey, MC, want to get you on a song." And what's crazy is, I have so much to talk about. I'm trying to condense
but we love
all.
it. Come on, we're gonna cut you down when it's ready.
Yes,
we want it right now.
You know, please cut me down because it's so much.
No, come on.
But MC Nice gave me a call, and I also have to give a shout out to the legendary Melba Moore.
Yeah,
you know, she is the one thing about Melba is she has pushed me.
Wow.
She every single time she comes online, she'll say, "Nephew, you need to put out a song. You need to do this. You need to sing. You need to do this." So I was like, okay, so. MC Nice gave me a call and was like, we got to get you on the song. We got to get you on the song. So to make a long story short, they gave me the call, brought me into the studio, let me hear the music. I said, okay, I'm going to try to learn it. Boom. Laid down the track within maybe an hour and a half.
Wow.
Next thing you know, he said, we're going to get it out this weekend. I said, oh my God. This weekend, that's it? Go in, do the mix and master, cool. It was out. Got it out on iTunes, Amazon, I mean, Spotify, everywhere.
Yeah.
And then maybe about 3-4 days later, we got into the top 100.
Wow.
On iTunes. And then another 2 or 3 days later, we jumped from the top 100 all the way down to the top 25.
Wow.
So,
that's so good.
I'm like, that was crazy. So shout out to MC Nice and VZ. Thank y'all so much for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this song. And we did get submitted for the Stellar Awards, so we're gonna see if we be nominated. We're gonna see if we get nominated for the Stellars this year, and if we do, wonderful. This will be my first nomination for the Stellar Awards. Wow. So we're gonna see. Everything is happening so fast.
But let's speak that thing.
We're speaking it.
Okay, that is so amazing. And just congratulations for all the things that you're doing and how God is using you.
Thank you so much.
So what I want you to do though is, you have a young person sitting next to you. And she is a celebrity makeup artist.
Yes, she is. Oh, and you do amazing work.
Thank you.
Can't you tell?
Period.
You know, when I heard Can't You Tell, I was thinking about Kim Burrell. It's Kim Burrell.
Oh my goodness.
That is so great.
That's hilarious.
But she's amazing though.
Thank you.
But I was just going to say, being that you have her next to you and you are one that pours in, shares some wisdom, and you speak to the people, giving them insight based on your own experience. So I would just say to someone like China, who is in the world of entertainment in a different way, but still serving the people, how would you encourage her to keep pursuing or to dream bigger?
One of the things that I was taught it may sound like a cliche, but it's so real and it's so true. It's to always be your authentic self. It's only one China.
Period.
It's only one. Can't nobody else duplicate you. They often imitate. But they cannot duplicate you. You know, and you have such an amazing gift that, I mean, people all across the world are going to be calling you if they not already have started. You know. And one thing I want to tell you about being your authentic self is, please don't make the mistake that I did, which to allow people to get into your ears. Because you're going to get criticized. You're going to be talked about. It becomes a problem when everybody is supporting you. Every single person. So that's when it becomes a problem, because where there's 12 disciples, there's one Judas. There's at least one Judas. You know? And we have to be aware. In the Bible, it says that Judas betrayed Jesus. Jesus already knew.
He already knew.
He already knew that he was going to betray him. But he did not. He did not. You know, have any ill will. He didn't flinch or anything. He said, and my dad talked about this today. He said, if you're gonna do it quickly. You know, but he already knew. And so if everybody is supporting you, that means something is not right. But when you have haters, that means you're doing something right. Even your greatest celebrities out there are going to have, there's always going to be somebody that hate on you. But I want to encourage you and tell you to keep going, keep persevering, keep being your authentic self. You are original. You're not a copycat. You are original. You know, and what your work is absolutely incredible. I've seen some of your work. I've been doing my little research. I've seen some of your work when you are phenomenal. So I'm proud of you. I am always supporting you. You know, I want to say that, you know, if you need anything, I'm just a call or text away, you know, because I want to make sure I want to make sure that you're also, you know, out there and people know what you're doing as well. That's the one thing about one thing about the Black community, we have to understand that we are so powerful.
For sure.
We are so together. Divided we fall. Together we unite. We're gonna conquer. And it takes it takes us. And I'm specifically, because you know I don't get me wrong, I love everybody. But I gotta give a shout out to my Black community, because we are the most targeted people in the world right now. We are the most targeted people. That's very true. But the reason why we're so targeted is because of the power that we have.
Amen.
And if we just come together and bring this power together, we can dominate this world in a way that will blow our minds. So that's what I'm saying. You have my support.
Thank you.
Anytime you need me, please hit me up. You're absolutely amazing, and I'm going to continue to support you and everything. And if I gotta start paying you to come on the road and start doing these people makeup, I would do it for real. You know, I would do it. You know, because I want to make sure. I want to make sure that you are also getting the blessings that God has in store for you, not just from me, but from other people as well. If God has putting something on my heart, it is not my job to keep it to myself. It is my job to share it.
Amen.
You know,
I'm
not a makeup artist, but listen, I will get a paint or something, draw it out, and be like, hey, can you do this? You know, or something, I don't know. You know, but you have an amazing gift.
Thank you.
You know, and makeup is where it is. People be needing their makeup done all the time. You know, so you in a good field. But I'm so proud of you, and keep going. And remember that only what you do for Christ will last.
Amen.
It's going to last. It's not that's not a cliche. That is the truth.
That's true.
You know, you keep God first, and I promise you, every blessing that comes your way is going to be greater than what you expected.
Amen.
Wow. Thank you.
So good.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And there's one last thing I want to ask you about. There's a conference that's going to be coming up real soon.
Yes.
In Houston.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to be supporting that conference. So tell me a little bit about that before we close out.
Yes. So I'm actually excited because I'm going to be speaking with Dr. Juanita Bonham soon as well, just to help promote her conference and everything. But she has a phenomenal conference that's coming in May 21st through the 23rd in Houston, Texas.
Juanita Bynum.
Dr. Juanita Bynum. Listen, I mean, probably one of the greatest preachers of our lifetime.
Yes.
And a part of this conference, you have so many amazing people. You got Pastor Keon Henderson.
Oh, wow.
Woo, you got Dr. Valerie Moore.
Wow.
You got Kafia Rollison. You got Pastor Cheryl Brady.
Yes.
That's going to be a part of this. I mean, and the list just goes on and
that's
on.
beautiful.
Summit's Rain is going to be there. I mean, y'all, it's going to be phenomenal. So you can go and register.
Okay.
I'm so excited about this conference. And what I'm most excited about being able to support this conference is the fact that Dr. Juanita Bonham I was able to interview her last year.
Okay.
And it was such an amazing interview, and it was so good. I kind of forgot about it a little bit. And shout out to Unica. Unica called me and was like, Dr. Bynum. She was like, Dr. Bynum enjoyed your interview so much last year, so we want to do another one with you. I said, let's do it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This is the Dr. Juanita. Absolutely. I wasn't going to turn that down for nothing. And so it just became a great connection.
Yes.
And so she was telling me about her conference, and I was like, listen, I'm going to come down just to show my support because I believe it. And it's in Houston. It's only about a 3.5-4 hour drive, so that ain't nothing. So if y'all are not registered, go and register. You can go to their website, go to Dr. Juanita Bonham's page, and you can go and register for the conference. It's going to be phenomenal, and I'm excited to just even be able to help out on it.
Well, that's so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Well, Aldren, this is how we end our show. We ask you one last thing. If you could tell the audience what you're okay with, what would that be? What is the one thing that you know you're okay with? What do you want to leave the audience with, letting them know I'm okay with this?
Well, that is good. I am okay. I am okay with being told no.
That's good.
I've always wanted a yes from everybody.
Wow.
But I have become okay to be been told no. And every no is not always a bad no.
That's right.
You know? Sometimes those no's will save your life.
Come on now.
Exactly.
And I had to realize that. And I just said this maybe a couple of weeks ago on my notes in my on Instagram. I said, I'm okay with not being accepted to every room.
That's okay.
You know, I see people getting invited to different stuff and different events going on, and I just had a discussion with one of my friends in the industry, and I just told them, I said, a lot of stuff I don't even be knowing about because nobody tell me anything. You know, they know how to reach me, but I don't know anything about it. And you know, sometimes I'm like, man, I don't understand why I'm not getting invited to some of this stuff. I do this, but I've really become okay with just saying, you know, getting the word no. Like, no, we don't know. Okay, that's cool. That is totally fine. I'm okay with it. So it took a lot of maturing to be able to get to that place because I wasn't always in that place, you know.
That's so
But my good friend Michelle Williams put out a song that said, when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no.
Come on now.
And so if he says yes, it is sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered, and it's already done. You know? So that's what I am okay with, being told no.
Love it.
That's so great.
That is good. Real good.
Well, y'all, we have had an outstanding time with this young man.
Yes, we have.
I love him so much. I
It's
love
been
it.
so much fun.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. I'm so grateful.
You're always welcome here.
Thank you so much.
So how we end it, you know, we always say, okay, then, bye then. So we're going to do that. We thank you all for tuning in. You can watch us on any social media, on the platforms that we have.
Yes, YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts as well. So
Yes.
And so, with that being said, we're going to say, okay then.
bye.
Bye
You like me with that voice.
Love that.